In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a product catalog inside of Facebook, okay? So the product catalog will take information from your e-commerce store and pull it into your Facebook account, okay? And this is very powerful because you can then use your product catalog to run dynamic product ads. And I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So basically, what you want to do is head over to the catalogs section of your Facebook Ads Manager, and you can do that from All Tools, Assets, and Catalogs. Okay, and you want to create a new catalog. So for most of us, this is going to be e-commerce, but you can use these other three options. Okay, and e-commerce is supported by Shopify, Magento, Google, kind of all the big platforms. Okay, click on Next, and then select the ownership of this. So I'm just going to use this one, and then give it a name, something useful. Okay, so if this was the Bob's Red Shoes store, then I would call it Bob's Red Shoes. Okay, and then click Create, and then you want to view the catalog. Okay, so we're not done just yet because we need to pull the products over. As you can see, there's no products in here. Okay, so what you want to do is go over to products, add products. There's a few ways of doing this. You can do it through product data sources, product sets. It all comes back to this page, but this is the way that I would do it. And the easiest way to do it, I mean, you have all these options. You can add them individually, which I don't recommend, because if you've got like hundreds of products on your e-commerce store, it's going to take you a lot of time, and B, you're going to make mistakes with spellings and SKU numbers and all that kind of stuff, right? Update in bulk, if you do have a spreadsheet with all this data in the inventory, you can do that. I'm not sure how practical this is, but I mean, that's an option. The next one is my personal favorite. So create a data feed file and let your e-commerce platform kind of do it with the least amount of difficulty, okay? And then you can import it automatically from the website. If you've got the Facebook pixel installed, again, I don't know how reliable this is because it's going to use the Facebook pixel, okay? So I would stick to this one, set a schedule for uploading in bulk, okay? Click on Next. And then what you want to do is you want to add the feed URL. Okay, so I've actually got something pasted from my store, and basically it's just an RSS feed file. Okay, there are apps inside of Shopify that do this for you, such as Data Feed Watch and Flexify. Just get them installed. Super easy. It'll basically look at all the products in your platform and then create the feed file for you. Okay. If it is an external app like Data Feed Watch, then you might need a username and a password. And then you can schedule the actual upload of inventory. Okay, so for example, if you are a website or a business where you do have a lot of products that change in stock, and you get more colors and different types of varieties and all that, so you obviously want to keep your feed updated. Okay, so you can do this on the hourly, daily, or weekly cycles. Okay, and then you can give it a name. So we're just going to call it Bob's Red Shoes again. Okay, just keep it as simple as possible. You can select the currency as well, so just keep it. I don't know why you'd want to use a different currency aside from your store's main currency, but I mean, that option's there. You can. I would just recommend to keep it at your store's currency. Okay, so for this one, this live example that I'm using, it's US dollars. Okay, and then we're going to start an upload. Okay, so now what it's doing is actually using that feed URL and is connecting to the e-commerce store, and it's pulling all that information across. Okay, so just going to wait for this to complete. It should take a couple of minutes, maybe about 30 seconds or so, depending on how much data you have on the website. Okay, so if you've got thousands of products, variants, SKUs, it's going to take a lot longer. Okay, so this one shouldn't take too long. I think there's only about 50 products on this website. So let's wait for it to get done. I think we're doing good time here. We're about 50% of the way through, and let's just see if it's going to do it. I mean, it is taking a lot of information off. Okay, so think about your your variants. If you've got one product but in different sizes, different colors, you got to multiply all that. Also, it doesn't pull the actual photo across. It will pull where the location of the photo is on your web store. Okay, so It doesn't actually pull images or anything like that across. It just pulls the data about the product. Okay, so we're done. And then you should now see the products pulling through. Okay, so if you go to the products tab, you can see all the products coming through here. Okay, and I think we have like 50 products or so. So the next thing you want to do is make sure that you're connected to some tracking. Okay, because when you run the dynamic product ads, you're going to run into some difficulty with this. Okay, so head over to tracking, and then you just want to select the pixel that you're using it with. Okay, I'm just going to use this as an example. Done, and then you can see that all good. You want to see that green tick. Okay, and then in the settings, you just want to make sure that it's got a name, catalog ID. It's managed by a business manager account, and it's set up with a pixel. Okay, that's all you want to do. There are options where you can select either carousel collection ads or single ads. You can change and crop the image sizes, but I've never really needed to do that. Okay, if at any point you're unsure if whether you've done it right, just go over to diagnostics, and this will tell you. Okay, so at the moment, let's go to is there any issues? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's just to help. But go to event data sources. Sometimes you will see like just alerts or something in here, like a red flag, but generally it's fine. Go to event data sources. We're all good. Okay, so that's pulled all the stuff we need off the website. Okay, so next thing we want to do is run the ad. So let's head over to Ads Manager, and now you want to create a dynamic product ad campaign. Okay, so let me just get rid of all this. Okay, and let me just select. In fact, let me just select the main account that I use. Okay, so here we're good. So now you want to select a dynamic product or catalog sales campaign. Okay, so click on create. This time the campaign objective is catalog sales. Okay, so that's actually defaulted to this for some reason. I might have been playing around with it earlier, but if it's not on catalog sales, just select catalog sales from conversions. Okay, same as before, just select the catalog feed that we've just created. Okay, so for this we use Bob's Red Shoes. Okay, you should only see one if you've only created one catalog. Okay, so give this a name. I'm just going to call it DPA for dynamic product ads, and this I'll call it DPA 1, and this one I'll call it DPA 1. Okay, so the ad set name will change once I've done the targeting. All right, so as always, I like to start with the ad itself. Okay, build the ad first, then go to targeting. Okay, I find it a lot easier to do it that way. So click on the ads tab. We're going to build the ad. Okay, so as always, select the correct page that you want to run the ad from, and if you are running on Instagram, select the correct Instagram profile. Okay, so you do have a few options. You can select ad with image, which is a single image ad. It's technically a link post, but we call it dynamic product ad because it is retargeting ad. And don't worry about all this text here. We're going to change all that. You've got the ad with multiple images in a carousel. So if you are a business that sells like clothes, accessories, handbags, tops, all that kind of stuff, then you might want to try and tell a story in this. Okay, you can do that. And then you also have a collection ad. Okay, which I'll go through in a separate video. But for this example, I'm just going to do an ad with an image. So the ad is automatically pulled off the website. Now it is kind of cropped. We're limited in what we can do with the actual image itself. Okay, now Facebook will optimize this themselves, so don't worry about that too much. And also we are targeting warm audiences because this is a retargeting campaign. Okay, so for the website, just put in the destination page. So if that will typically be your homepage, or if you want to sell them to a sales page, whatever it is. Okay. The headline, as always, make sure you fill that in. So did you forget to order? Okay, or you can do something like grab 20% off today only. Okay, newsfeed link description generally is the same. Offer ends soon. And you can put this in, entirely up to you. I like to kind of use all the real estate because you do see it on some devices and not others. Okay, sometimes you'll see it on a tablet device, but not necessarily on a smartphone. But I just like to use the entire real estate that Facebook gives us. Okay, and then for the text, because it's a retargeting campaign, we're gonna do, did you forget to order? Okay, grab the space. Okay, so now the reason it's called a dynamic product is because you can actually put a dynamic placeholder in here. Okay, so click on this little plus sign here, and then you have all these options. Okay, so the name is the product name, the brand is the brand name if you've submitted this information inside of your CRM or e-commerce platform, retailer ID, description, all that. The ones most of us are going to use is the name. Okay, so click on name, and then you'll see what it does on the right hand side of the preview. Okay, so grab the Happy Trails World Cuff Black. And what's great about this is this will show the product that the user last clicked on through the Facebook ad, because Facebook knows so much about all of its users and everything the user does. This information is super useful for us. Okay, and this will change. Like, I'm not saying that every user is going to see this, right? They're going to see the Happy Trails World Cuff Black top. It's going to be very personalized to them, and that's why it's called a dynamic product ad. Okay, so grab the thing now and save an extra 20% today. Okay, so use code 20 off at the checkout. That's it. Tap. Like you guys know, I like to use the call to action inside of the copy as well. So tap shop now to get started. ... Okay, so that's what the copy is going to look like. Did you forget to order? Grab the product name now and save an extra 20% today. I like to add an incentive on the retargeting campaigns because you obviously want to get them back in and you want them to buy something from you. Okay, so use a discount that's affordable for you if you are using an incentive. Okay, this is 20% off just for the example of this video. And then tap shop now to get started. Okay, so that's good. You can also add some image overlays, so you can do a percentage off, which is a good one because that's what we're doing. So you can see, is it on there? I'll tell. Desktop. Let's use a free shipping one. That's the easiest one. So yeah, it's not showing on here for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but in a previous video, I actually showed you the image overlays when I was creating an ad, and you can actually add, it's like a little banner here. Not even sure why it's not showing on this, but there you go. It's Facebook for you. It will actually show you like a little label here. Okay, so it'll be free shipping, top product, 20% off, whatever you set it to. Okay, we're not going to use this because it's not working anyway. And then change the call to action. Okay, so obviously I've used shop now as a call to action in the text, so I'm going to use the shop now button. Okay, and you can also see the previews. Check it out. The ones that I'm obviously most interested in is Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so just go through, skim through it, and you can see why it's so powerful on Instagram. Okay, because it's a long image. Facebook doesn't crop any of it, and it looks great, right? And faces, obviously, as you guys know from a previous video, faces do really well on Instagram. Okay, so that's basically it for the ad, and this is what it looked like. Okay, so I like to add the tap call to action button to get started, because on Instagram you will see it as a shop now, but it's not clear that it's a button, right? So I like to just call it out in the copy. Okay, so when you're happy with that, just click on close and then head over to the ad, click on edit. And now it's a little bit different, okay, because this is a retargeting ad. So the audiences, you've got two types of audiences. The first one is you can use information from your pixel or app to create a retargeting audience. Okay, so remember I said to you guys that the Facebook pixel tracks everything that the user does, okay, and it sends this information back to Facebook. So Facebook has a lot of information about you, okay. So you can use if your account is seasoned with your pixel, then you can use that information. Okay, if you want to use custom audiences, you click this and then you'll see the traditional layout that we normally see in the ads, okay? And you can select all your custom audiences, lookalike audiences, and so on, okay? And you can also target different states, countries, ages, and genders, and you can also use some interest targeting as well, okay? But for this, I'm going to show you the retargeting options, okay? Because this is really powerful, okay? So we have some scenarios here. The first one is viewed or added to cart but not purchased. So test this, okay? The ones that do really well for me are 3, 7, 14, and 30 days, but by all means test it. Now, the smaller the days, the longer, the shorter the audience is going to be, okay? So your 30-day audience is obviously going to have the biggest audience size, okay? And that's predominantly based off traffic, okay? So if you don't have much traffic on your website, these audiences aren't going to be that big, okay? So test, test, test. The next one you have is add to cart but not purchased. Anybody who's added to cart but haven't purchased, okay? Then you can do an upsell, okay? So promote all products to people who viewed a particular product set. So for example, if we had product sets inside of our catalog, then you can create upsells for that. Now, it's not something that I use. I do upsells, but I don't really use the Facebook native upsells for that, purely because I don't know how good it is, and it's not something easy to track, okay? Whereas if you use an upsell app, like an external app like Zipify or one-click upsell or CartHawk or something like that, it's much easier to track in there, okay? Again, the same with cross-sell products. It's very similar to upsell products. You need product sets, but it's not something that I use, or not necessarily something that I don't dislike, but it's not. I can't recommend it at this point. These audiences are the best, okay? And the custom combination is always good as well. So you can do something like somebody who's viewed in 3 days or viewed within 7 days, in the last 7 days, but they have not purchased in 14 days, okay? The reason I like to do this is because this covers both salary weeks in the US, okay? So people in the US and all your Americans watching this will know that most Americans get paid every 2 weeks, okay? So this will cover both those instances, okay? And again, you can test, viewed in 3 days but not bought in 7, viewed in 1 but not bought in 3. Again, just remember your audience size is going to be much smaller if you do have lower traffic, okay, or generally low traffic. You can do that with add to cart or purchased, okay. And if you have a consumable product, so for example, if you're in the fitness industry or you sell protein shakes or something like that, this one's a good one because you can then do if they purchased in 30 days, but they haven't purchased in 60 days, then you can run the ads to them, okay. And think about your overlaps. When is a product most likely to run out? Okay, so if you sell any kind of consumable item, this is perfect for you. And then you have obviously placements. It's the same as the other ads, and the optimization delivery is the same. Okay, so that's basically how to create a product catalog and dynamic product ads in a nutshell. A lot to cover in this one, so go back, have a look at the video again, pause it, go through it, and I'll see you on the next video.